Okay, hello, welcome. I'm Kristof Irwin with Positive Energy. I'm here to kind of wrap up and fill out the material you've just heard Sean talk through. Specifically, he walked us through some of the major tests that are done to measure home performance. And my goal now is to give you a sense of why it's important to measure performance, or specifically why measured performance really matters. And there's a lot of reasons, and we'll dig into some of the crunchier reasons in a few minutes, but in a very fundamental general way, I want to make this metaphor. So we all know that if you're going to cook a meal, you know that a recipe is important, and you know that good ingredients are important to make good food. So is a recipe, would you say, oh, a recipe and good ingredients are all you need to make delicious food? Well, of course not. You need to taste the food, and then you need to say, yes, that's delicious. So there's this missing step. And we're in the home performance industry here. Someone's come to the house to measure, my house, let's say. They either have done something that they want to get a certain result out of, or they will do something and they are using the information to diagnose what they're doing. In either case, the measurement is an objective assessment of did it work or what's wrong. There's no, we use the best quality ingredients. That doesn't matter. The best quality ingredients can leak air, or can not control comfort, or can not fix the moisture issue or the comfort issue that you've called the person here to do. So ultimately, it's all about the numbers and how they got interpreted and what the measurement means in relation to how your home is going to be comfortable or not, whether your home's going to be comfortable or not. So this idea of you don't eat the recipe, and the scope of work and the ingredients in a home performance job, they're not what make you comfortable. It's, did it work? Did you get the right number? So that's a big part of it. And then there's lots of other reasons, pretty specific, crunchy reasons why people do home performance testing. One is code compliance. That's a big one, right? Code compliance is a big deal. I'm really glad to see it out there. I would love to see it done with more QC and more oversight. And I would love to see it enforced in more jurisdictions. Right now it's the law across the land here in Texas, and yet most jurisdictions don't have enough resources to ensure compliance. So code compliance is a big one. Assessment of existing homes. You go into an existing house, you need to know what's going on. Are there air leaks? Are they big? Where are they? And then, so in addition to confirming the actual conditions of the house, you can confirm the actual conditions at the end of a retrofit project. So you could say, oh, I came in and I weather stripped all the doors and I air sealed under all your sinks, and all sort of the basic things that contractors will do. And what you really want is to confirm whether they created a good air control layer, whether they prevented the outside from good conditions from coming in. So when it comes right down to it, you guys that are watching, or you people that are watching, are probably doing this job for a client. And you're probably being asked to do home performance testing and asked to measure their performance. What I really want you to hear is that that's good news for you. It is a bureaucratic requirement in some sense to do testing, but it is also your last chance to ensure that the quality of your work got done before your client goes and lives in that house. And your reputation, your peace of mind could all depend on the fact that you measured it and the fact that you had a high quality testing company do it. And then this third and last piece, is my last point here, is that it is so much more than just running the equipment, collecting numbers. Anyone can do that. In fact, we probably will have machines trained to do that in the not too distant future. But what you need is someone that can interpret that number and apply it to the house, and chances are good it'll lead them to do another test. For instance, Sean had the blower door set up here, and while it's on, he could open and shut all the doors in the house and determine whether, which room had the biggest leakage in it, or open and close the attic hatch and compare those numbers. There's lots of ways that a good high-quality tester like Sean is going to use the numbers he's collecting to inform what comes next and what he does next. Does he get out the infrared camera? Does he get out the smoke stick? So I'm going to wrap up to remind you that measured performance is really all that matters in some sense. And the reason it does is because you don't eat the recipe. You actually need to live in this room and have it be comfortable. Okay, thank you.